All right, Hunter Biden facing new federal gun charges in an indictment on Thursday after his original sweetheart plea deal collapsed back in July. The president's son now charged with 3 counts, including lying about his drug addiction when he bought a firearm back in 2018, all adding up to a possible 25 years in prison. Here to break down the new accusations against Hunter, Fox News legal analyst Gregg Jarrett and criminal defense attorney Lexie Rigden. Thank you both for being here. Let me start with you, Greg. How much confidence do you have that David Weiss is going to prosecute this aggressively?
Zero confidence. I don't think he will. Remember, David Weiss was forced by the judge, Pete, to bring these felony charges.
Yeah.
He wanted to plead them away with a slap on the wrist. And remember what the whistleblowers said, that Weiss spent the last 5 years acting as Hunter Biden's defense attorney, refusing to bring felony charges for the millions in tax fraud and evasion. He let the statute of limitations deliberately expire on the most egregious crimes. I mean, he tipped off Hunter's lawyers, ignored all the obvious FARA violations. And so, Pete, now we're supposed to magically believe that David Weiss will act like a responsible prosecutor? I mean, I don't think so. I suspect he'll attempt another plea deal without the hidden immunity this time. Hunter will get to skate with probation, and Weiss will pretend that he's going to bring other serious tax charges, influence peddling, but he won't do it.
Lexie, Greg lays out very well the sort of political and presidential, the implications of these charges. But let's just take them on their merits. How, when you look at the evidence and you look at the charges, how much jeopardy is Hunter in at this point?
Well, I think the evidence is pretty strong. And so if they do end up doing a plea deal, it's probably a result of how strong the evidence really is, because this is not a complicated case. He wrote in the book that he was a significant drug user. He signed the form, and let's face it, he was going to admit to it before to do the diversionary program. And you can't plead guilty to something that you didn't do. You're essentially lying under oath if you do that. So I think that the evidence is pretty strong here, and it may result in a plea deal simply because there's no real reason to take this case to trial for Hunter Biden.
Greg, many have pointed out this is the one charge you can't really, it's tough to tie to Joe. How is it that they've been able to ignore, how can they ignore all the foreign business dealings? How can they ignore the lack of a registration? Can you just ignore that?
Sure. If you have unfettered unilateral power, which David Weiss, the U.S. Attorney, now special counsel, has. I mean, he can weather all the condemnation from the American public that this is unfair, it's preferential treatment, but he can basically do what he wants. I mean, he's got the backing of Merrick Garland. Garland picked Weiss as special counsel because he knew that he'd go soft on Hunter Biden and absolutely will not bring any of the influence peddling, money laundering, FARA violations, tax fraud cases, because he knows that will inevitably involve Joe Biden. And both Garland and Weiss, it appears to me, are trying to protect both of the Bidens.
No doubt. Lexie, play this forward for me. What's the timeline? How does this play out?
Well, this is going to be interesting. I mean, there will have to be an arraignment. He'll have to arrange to turn himself in. He's going to plead guilty or not guilty, likely not guilty at this point. He's probably seen a lot of the discovery already that he'd be entitled to, considering he was going to enter into a plea. And then there are no doubt going to be motions on this case, because there is U.S. Supreme Court case law. There's case law out of other circuits that cast doubt on the constitutionality of this statute that he's being prosecuted under.
So it could drag out like so much else. Greg and Lexie, thank you very much for your time this morning. Appreciate it. Good stuff.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.